This video is directed at people who can't play the piano at all. I'm going to show you how to sit down to the instrument and make something that's pleasing and musical, and you don't have to know anything about music. Something that sounds like this. So if it sounds interesting to you, just stay tuned. It's a kind of meditation music. That's where we're going to start. So let's get the camera in close and I'll show you how you can do it yourself. It's just a couple of easy tricks. What we're going to do is play on just the black notes. And we're going to make a kind of a meditation music. We're going to play very softly, very lightly, and try to make this pleasing meditative sound. Now it just so happens that the way the piano is arranged, all these black notes make up a 5-note scale. And we call it a pentatonic scale because there's 5 notes, pentatonic. And you'll hear this sound in a lot of meditation music, and especially in Asian music, Japanese or Chinese. You'll hear this pentatonic scale. It's often played with wood mallets on an instrument that's tuned to just the same notes as the black notes on the piano. So I want you to approach it as if it were a wooden instrument and you have sticks in your hand and you're playing the notes like this. You don't have to think about what they are at all. Just imagine that this instrument is not a piano really even. It just has these notes here, these pieces of black wood waiting for you to touch them and make sounds. And we want to touch it softly and think about making it meditative. So don't hit too hard, don't play too loudly. Try to play soft. See how softly you can hit the notes. So any note. I'm using one hand, then the other hand. Let some space go. Hit a few notes, then let some space ring out. There's something else that we have to do in order to create this pleasant sound. We have to use one of the pedals on the piano. I'll show you how to do it. This piano only has 2 pedals, as you can see. Your piano might have 3 pedals. Let's talk about the pedal on the right because that's the sustain pedal that we want to use for a lot of our improvisations. Now, if you're not used to using it, let me just start from the very beginning. You play it with your right foot, your heel here, your toe here, and you can just let it rest lightly on the pedal. And it's not going to be effective until you push down with your foot. And you hit a note and it's going to ring out. And when you want it to let up, you just lift up. And same thing, whenever you want, push the pedal down, then hit the note and it's going to ring out. Lift it up. I'll push it down, hit a few notes, and then I want it to stop. I lift the pedal up. So we're going to hold the pedal down and think about playing softly. Think about playing music that's going to be relaxing, meditative music that's going to make everybody relax when they hear it. Something like wind chimes. As you're striking the notes, picture wind chimes in the wind. And let the sound kind of breathe, like the wind's going to blow and you make some sounds, then the wind pauses, come back and strike some more. Sometimes it's just a little wind, sometimes the wind's blowing more and more of the chimes will ring. Keep that in mind, see if it works. Okay, I'll give you some suggestions here. We put the pedal down and just use your right hand and then your left hand. Hit twice with your right hand. Now with your left hand, hit twice. Do the same thing again. Always strike two, just like you had little mallets in your hand. Now if you think that it's ringing too much or you just want to start it again, lift the pedal up, bring it back down. Now strike just one with the right, one with the left. And think of those wind chimes. Just go wherever you want. Nothing's right, nothing's wrong. It's all going to sound pleasant as you're striking these black notes softly. You can strike one note several times. Now you can also kind of hit several notes at one time just by, when you do this, kind of roll your hand. And think soft. In either direction. My hand's flat. I'm not even worrying about finger dexterity or something, just the whole kind of flat of my hand. Here's something else you might want to try. It sounds like water. Now the trick with this is not to use the back of your hand. If you do that with either hand, you can really hurt your fingers and hurt your fingernails. You can even tear the skin. The trick is to use the flat of your fingers. Just push it on the keys and bring it down just by holding pressure. You don't have to go hard at all, just softly. And you can go the other way. So this wraps up our short video on how to make meditation music on the piano without knowing anything about music, just playing on the black notes.